Hello, everybody. Let me get comfortable. Put my feet in this recliner. I had a busy and relaxed day. The reason I say busy, because I went to the gym. Me and my son, he worked me out. So I'm feeling good. Had to come home and wash my hair. I was going to put some twists in it, but I was like, you know what? It's kind of late. I don't feel like doing all that tonight. So I pass on it. I probably do it probably tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I just freshly washed my hair and was going to put twists in it, but I was like, it's getting too late. I don't want to do it because I might put in a couple of hours tomorrow at work, and I go to church tomorrow, the first Sunday of September, which is my daughter's birthday month. September the 8th, she will be 34 years old. But y'all see the title. Y'all see the title? How do y'all view evil, wicked, and demonic people? How y'all view them? You know, when you see them, you know them. When you see them, you can see somebody, the way they talk and how they act. You know that they got some wickedness in them. You know they got some demonic demons in them, some wicked spirits, the things they say and do. Just like those people who, I don't want to say the names. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say the names, but y'all know it's those unaliving people when they do several people like that. I don't care how handsome, how pretty the person look. You view that person as being very evil, demonic, and wicked. No, you take the looks of how those people look, who unalive people. You don't look at that person as, I don't care how handsome he is. I don't care how beautiful she is. You do not look at evil people features, how they look. It's because it's something about evil people. No matter how they look, handsome, pretty, it's something about a wicked person. You look past the outer beauty, and you look them in their eyes. They are soulless. It seems like they don't got no soul, like they don't care about nothing. The things they say and the thing they do, you want to stay away from those people. You want to keep your distance from those people. As they used to say back in the day, give me 50 feet. Stay away from me. That's how I look at people. I don't care if it's people who I know. If I see a person who is just an evil, wicked person, when they come around me, your body will feel that. And I feel sorry, and I would ask anybody, if you just view people, everybody as being good people, and you don't know how to discern good from evil. If you don't know how to discern that, and you just, oh, everybody good. Everybody good. Then you got to be careful who's around your surrounding. If you think that everybody's good, it's evil people out here. When you talk to people, and I'm looking into my phone, and you looking into somebody's eyes, and you talking to somebody, and they always doing this, and you talking and having a conversation with that person. Hey, Vanessa. Hello, Brown Tan in chat. When you talking to somebody, notice that. I don't care, is it a family? I don't care if it's your children. I don't care if it's somebody you work with. I don't care if it's a stranger. I don't care if it's somebody who works in the store. If you giving somebody eye contact and you're talking to somebody, I don't care if people say, oh, I just don't look at people's eyes because I'm shy. When you are talking face to face with somebody out of respect, you look that person, you give them eye contact. Several people who you talk to, and I'm telling you, they always do this. When you having a literal conversation and they cannot look in you in the eyes, is something wrong with that picture. You should be able to look somebody in their eye, have a conversation, talking to them in their eyes. What's the point of looking that way? Looking this way, looking up, looking down when you having a conversation with the person in front of you. So people don't want you to look in their eyes because you can see their soul. You can see their soul. And when I say you can see that soul, it just look dark. It just look dark, not blank. You just see something because you got to realize everybody have a spirit. Everybody have a spirit. This is our flesh, but everybody have a spirit. A spirit telling them right from wrong, a conscience. But when you look that person in the eyes and you see that they soulless, get away from them. Pray for them. Pray for them. Because it's not always about being shy. That being people excuses. Oh, I'm just shy. I can't look at people in their eyes. What? It's a conversation. What you mean you can't look at people in their eyes? You having a conversation with that person. Being shy, don't talk to the person if you shy. You know, don't talk to somebody. But when you having a conversation, talk with them people. So like I say, don't surround yourself with evil people. Demonic and wicked people. Don't surround yourself with that. Even if you on YouTube don't like the video, because I'm telling you how the devil works. The devil come in legions. The devil come through channels through the YouTube, Facebook, phones, radios, TVs. When the people are always looking at scary movies, always looking through scary movies, that is a channel. That is channels when demons and devils and spirits come. And people, oh, it's just people acting. Oh, it's just people acting. They acting as demonic demons. And you keep looking at that stuff. That stuff will get into you. Just like kids when they play games all the time, games all the time, games all the time, eat, sleep games. That stuff, it's a word, desensitized is something when you do something so often, when they keep playing them killing games, shooting games, when people keep doing that same thing, I think it's called desensitized, where it's just the norm. You think it's the norm when people just keep doing stuff. So you don't want that to be a regular image in your head. Always doing videos with shooting, card games when you're always running over people. These games is demonic. Some of these games, when they say parental guidance suggested on a kid's game, watch and be careful what you allow in your house. Be careful what you allow in your house, because you don't want your child at a young age to think this stuff is normal. Oh, well, I'm running over people in this car, and I never knew it until years ago, I bought my kid a game because I didn't know them games was like that. You go to back then it was called I can't even think of the place where I bought my kids the game. But anyway, they was young. I got two younger boys, and at the time they was like 10, 13, younger, whatever. And I bought them games, and I'm in the house, and I'm hearing cussing. I'm like, what is that? Yes, I just started to read that comment, but it was retracted. But I was hearing a lot of cussing. They was in the room, and I was somewhere in the house, and I'm like, what is this cussing? I go in the room. The game that I bought them, it was a card game, and I didn't know in the car they're allowed to run over people, men, women, Grand Theft Auto. I think that's what it is. I had to take that game back. I didn't know that game was like that. I had to take it back. I didn't know. So it's like the things that they bring into our children at a young age. Parents, watch what your children are looking at. Watch it. Because I didn't know. I just thought it was a little video game. Until I heard all that cussing when they ran over the people, they call them a name and run them over. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm telling you, demonic, wicked, and evilness is out here. People, human beings is creating these games. Somebody is the creator of all these games that they showing our kids. And so when I say be careful of demonic and evil and wicked people, you have to be careful what you allow around your children. Even as adults, we can get sucked up into some things. Just like these men and women when they always go to the script club. That when that kind of stuff get in people's mind, they can be married or single. That's all they're going to be thinking of. They're going to be at work, waiting to go home, go to the script club, spending the money. You got to be careful what wickedness is. Yes, that game, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, that's what it is. I bought that for my kids years ago, not knowing because I didn't look at the Piker like that. I didn't look at the Piker like that. I just thought it was, I always kept hearing Grand Theft Auto when I was getting a Christmas gifts. And I said, you know what? Let me grab one. And I grabbed it in the house, chilling, probably cooking, going to bed, wherever I was. I just heard cussing. And I happened to go in there, and that game was saying a whole bunch of cuss words. And I had to apologize to my kids. They didn't say nothing. Hey, mama bought it, so we can play it. So I was like, oh, no, we can't do this, you know. So just be careful. It's a lot of stuff that comes in the house. Be careful what your kids listen to, look at on the phone. It's a lot of wickedness out here, you guys, and people don't talk about it a lot. A lot of people talk, some people probably talk about, but I don't hear people mention it a lot. People talk about a whole bunch of different stuff, but a lot of people just don't talk about how wicked and evil and demonic people are. People don't talk about that. People rather talk about, oh, doing this reaction, talking about whatever, but we need to talk about what's really going on in the world. Who we surrounding ourselves around, who we sitting by, who do our kids ride on the bus with? Because trust and believe it's some demonic and wicked children out here too. If you look at the news way back then, even recently on these YouTubes, it showed this young girl unalived her mom because her mom didn't want her dating an older man. The girl was a teenager, and the guy had to be about 21. So when the mom found out that her teenage daughter was dating a man, she didn't want the man to come around. So the man and the teenage daughter came with a plot and a plan to unalive the mom. So the girl was out, I guess, with her friends. They set it up while the girl was out with her friends, and the guy came in there and unalived her mom. And it just showed, I don't know how it was because it was years ago, and they had something to do with that. That's why I say teenagers, be careful. It can be anybody. In the beginning of this video, I was saying it can be your children, a family member, a co-worker, whatever. Be aware of people who is demonic, wicked, and evil. Some people can be a wolf in sheep clothing. And you know, and I see a lot of people. I know this one person, I have to keep telling her she need to stop what she doing because she go on the dating site and she date people off there, and there's nothing wrong with that because I know some people who found a good man or a good woman, and it is what it is. They got married, probably had children. I know that it happens. It can be a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing. And so I tell her to be careful. Don't let that person be around you in your house by yourself. Go somewhere in a public place when you date these people, because you just never know. You never know what people's intentions and motive is. And so, like I say, y'all just be careful. That's why, like I say, anytime I do a video, like, look at me, I done washed my hair, got it halfway done. I did my whole hair like this, but it was getting kind of late. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to come on with it like this and just do my little video. But you know, it was brought to my attention when the Lord put something on my brain. Do a video, because you don't know right now who needed it to hear this about demonic, evil, and wicked people. Some people, like I say, they will be wolves in sheep clothing. And I just seen a video on Tubi. This lady, her husband got shot. So his friend came to her home, and he was trying to comfort her and trying to kiss the lady in the mouth. That was his the best friend who got shot, her husband, and he was trying to kiss her in the mouth. And she said, "What are you doing?" And she let him in because, if she thought, "Hey, this is my husband friend," and my husband in the hospital got shot in the chest, and maybe he just here to comfort me. That man was had motives. Motives. And so she just kicked him out the house. You know what I'm saying? This, even though it was on TV, this stuff happens in real life. This stuff happens in real life. It's some evil and wicked and demonic people out here. And I just seen another video. This man, let me see. I'm gonna see if I got it on here. I hope I saved it. This man did a video, and he was warning all the women to be careful of men who try to get with them. They say these people be on these people's Facebook profiles and looking at their families, and the family got children, whether it's boys or girls. They say that men were trying to get with that mother, but really be interested in her children, just to do something with the kids. I was like, you know what? Even though we know this world is wicked like this, but to hear a man, let me see, can I find it? Let me see. But just to hear that, let me see if I saved it on my Facebook. Just to hear that man say that, and it's like, let me see. I hope I saved it.
When people don't like you, they will watch all of you dirty. Never seek revenge. Ladies out there, I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's it.
Some of these men talking.
Okay. Okay, now here it is. I got it. Okay, wait a minute. Oh.
Ladies out there, I'm going to tell you right now, some of these men talking to you to get to your daughter, to get to your son. Some of these men be going through your Facebook page, your TikTok page, looking at your daughter, looking at your son, and they'll talk to you. You think that man wants you, he wants your daughter. He wants your son. I'm telling you, he'll get in good with you. You fall in love with that man. You believe everything that man say. And when your daughter say, "Mama, that man looking at me," you think your daughter lying. "Oh, you don't want me to have nobody." When your son tell you, you don't believe it. Because you so in love with that man, and you think your kids don't like that man. That's the reason why they talking about him. I'm telling you, these men be doing stuff to your kids. And before long, it's going to show. When your kids start getting bruised up, when your kid run away from home, you're going to find out that the whole time that man been messing with your kids. And they ran away because they didn't feel safe around you and him. Ladies out there.
Child, like I say, that is crazy. I just had to keep that. I just said, you know what? I got to keep that. This is a man saying this. So if a man saying this, somebody either done told him, he witnessed it, or something. All I know is that I'm glad that I heard it. Because when I see stuff like that, I like to share it. I like to share it because a lot of people think, "Oh, he came into my life. I done met this good man and he's so good around my children." Don't be deceived. Some people is evil and wicked. Not all people, but some people. We can't think that everybody who get in your life is for your good. We can't think that. And so after I heard that, that just did something in my spirit where I said, you know what? I got to come on and just talk about some evil, wicked, and demonic people. People have motives. People have motives. You in a good family, you and your family, you and your children, and then you have a whole man come and destroy your life because it's just not you, it's your kids. And that is heartbreaking. Not to know how these people think, what's really in their mind. To not know their motives. So, like I say, you guys, anytime I come on, take time to listen to my video. It's going to be something that I'm talking about that's going to make you say, you know what? She right. Because as a parent, the parents, we have, some people have grandchildren, people have nieces, people have aunties with children. And there's a lot of men who comes into your life just like that man said. And that's heartbreaking. For a little child to have to go through, an innocent child, they have to go through something like that. So parents, be aware. Nobody's is perfect. No parent is perfect. We parents don't know that people is going to do something like that to their kids. Parents don't know that. Parents don't know that. But we as parents, we got to be aware. Talk to the children. Believe your children. Let me read the comment. Vanessa says, that's true. That's why I always tell people to keep their young children and grandchildren off of their posts and Facebook pages. Yeah, because you never know who's lurking. You don't know who is lurking. You don't know some of these men and some women. You got to be careful with women as well. You don't know these people's intentions. Why they want to be close to you. You don't know if that person going to tell your child, don't, you better not tell nobody, or if I'm unalive, I do something to you and your family. You don't know what these people is doing to scare your children. It is don't always have to be the boyfriends and all that stuff. It can be an uncle. It can be a granddad. It can be an auntie. It can be anybody. It can be a friend. You got to be careful who you allow around your children. And like I say, when things happen to kids, people say, well, the mom should have known. The parents sometimes don't know. These people is sneaky, evil. Very evil. It's even teachers who do stuff like this out there. Like I said in the beginning, how do you view demonic, evil, and wicked people? Wolves in sheep clothing. People don't do all that kind of stuff in public. That's when you know the kids. That's how I told my kids. You know, if somebody ever touch you and they don't touch you like that while people are around, you know it's wrong what they doing. You know what, if whatever a grown folk telling a child to do behind closed doors and they don't do that in front of people, when people is around and they don't do that, then it's wrong. It's not right what they doing. So just be careful. Just be careful of the evil and wicked and demonic people, y'all. I'm telling you, be careful. And for anybody, a child, boy, girl, or a young man and young woman who grew up and who was violated like that, I pray for you. I pray for you that you even had to go through something like that. For your innocence to be even disturbed like that. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to anybody who was violated as a young person, male or female. It's not right. It was not right. It was not your fault. But I pray that God allow you to forgive that person. In order to be forgiven, we have to forgive anybody for somebody who either cheated on us, who abused us, whatever. We have to forgive in order to be forgiven. You don't have to surround yourself around that person, but you have to forgive in order to be forgiven. And let God, whatever happened, let God somehow, some way allow you to know that you are special, you are loved, it wasn't your fault, and become a new person. Become a new person. Become that butterfly. Never feel as though you have to be underneath or feel low about something that was not your fault. Never feel as though what happened to you whether you was an adult who was taken advantage of as an adult by someone else, a male, female, never think it was your fault. Even if you was tipsy, even if you was drunk, even if you was on drugs, whatever the case may be, even if you dressed a certain way and was revealing, anything that happened to you that you didn't ask for, it's not your fault. You're not responsible. And there's a lot of people hold stuff in that was done to them, and they can't move on from that because they feel that somehow, some way, that they allowed it. Oh, I allowed this man in my house and he took advantage of me, and so they feel guilt about it. It's not your fault. So, guys, just know that it's evil people out in this world. Just know it's demonic people with bad intention that live among us. These people live among us. When you get on that city bus, whether you at work, whether you in that store, even when you at church, it's evil and wicked and demonic people around. Their heart's not good. Their motive's not good. Their intentions is not good. Some people can come in your life because they see that you stable. Oh, this woman, she's stable. Well, I'm finna get with her so I can have a place to stay, some food to eat. And they come to you charming, only to deceive you. And that could be a male or female. And some female feel like, man, I'm getting tired of this and getting tired of that. Let me go find this man who I can take advantage of and act like I love him so I can have a stability. It's people with motives, you guys. People live in this world with motives. Be aware. The Bible says you should be able to separate the sheep from the goats. You should have discernment. If you don't have discernment, you have to pray and ask for it. I have that. I choose not to be around a whole bunch of people because I can literally talk to people, have a whole conversation, and I can just, something about that person. Some people are just so sweet, so nice, so loving, so caring, But it's just some people, when people just say it's something about that person, it's something about that person. Don't question yourself. Don't question yourself. Well, maybe it's just me. No, it's not you. You have discernment. You pick up vibes. You pick up energy. You can be around a person. You can hear how some people talk. And you be like, ooh, that person don't got a good heart. Don't question yourself. When you know something, it's going to be brought out to you. It's going to be brought out to your mind. You don't have to speak it to that person. Just keep your distance from that person. You don't have to tell a person how they are. Just keep your distance and make sure your family is away from that person. When you always see people coming over and they always up to no good. Some people just come around you just to see what they can get. Just to see what they can get. I don't care if they come to your house and you, that person who like to drink, they don't bring no kind of drinks to your house, but they'll come to your house and drink up all your liquor. Or some people come to your house and you realize, dang, what I had is missing. You got to be careful. You definitely have to be careful. If you think that everybody have good intentions and good motives when they come around, not true. Not true. That's why with me, I love being in my house. I love it. Because I know in my house, I got peace. It's nothing like peace. I don't care if you are the richest woman, the richest man in the world. That's all it is that you rich. But money don't bring happiness all the time. It don't bring you peace all the time. Money allow you to get things faster than somebody else. Money allow you to purchase expensive items. But money is just money that allow you to make purchases. It's so many people who was rich who unalived themselves because they was not happy. Mentally, emotionally, they just not happy. They have issues. Money can't bring you and buy you peace. They have to be within. Money gonna buy you the luxury of the world. But money can't buy happiness, peace, the fruit of the spirit. I have some of the fruit of the spirit, not all. I don't have all because I'm still a work in progress. But when it comes to love, all that kind of stuff, I have that. I love people. But let's say I agree, yeah, it's true. It's true. So like I say, you guys, my peace is my home. My peace is my home. And it's people, let me just say it like this. Even if you're married, even if you have children, you have to be peaceful within yourself. You have to be happy within yourself. If you that type of person who just not happy, who don't have no peace, and who just don't love themselves, oh, when I find a man or when I find a woman, vice versa, I'll be happy. No, you have to be happy within yourself first. Just like I love myself. So in order for me to love myself, I can love other people. But if I don't know how to love myself, how can I love somebody else? People will get into a marriage and not even loving themselves. Without loving themselves. Because they will lust for the woman. Or lust, L-U-S-T, for the man. And don't love them. Don't treat them right. Because they don't love them. They lust them. And they ain't gonna never be happy. Because they never knew what love is. I was whatever. So some people get with somebody based on lust. Oh, they see somebody attractive. Ooh, she fine. Ooh, he look good. Ooh, I want to marry her. I want to marry him. Because they see that person as eye candy. And they treat them wrong. And they say, well, how this person cheat on this beautiful woman or this handsome man? Because they never loved them. And if somebody never loved you, cheating is nothing for them because I don't love this person. I lust this person, but I don't love them. So just be careful who you surround yourself around. Be careful who you allow to come in your life. Because some people can take up years of your life, destroy your life. You could be living the perfect life, doing good, and then somebody come into your world and take years out of your world because they don't love themselves and they never loved you. So just be careful. Be careful. Be careful, everybody. So this is my message. Pray for discernment if you don't have discernment. That will allow you to pick up on people's energy, pick up on people's vibes. And you need that wherever you go. You need discernment wherever you go in your workplace. Hey, New Life, New Reaction, how you doing? Thanks for the praying hands. I appreciate you. But you have to be aware. Hey, Tasha. You gotta be aware of your surroundings. Because I'm telling you guys, it's evil people in this world. It's evil people amongst your family. Amongst family, it's evil people amongst family. Some people probably just hate some of them their family members just because. Let me just say some examples. If a person, they say, living good, some people don't congratulate. With me, I'm a congratulator. I don't care if somebody have more than me, I'm a congratulator. I don't care if a person have a house that's bigger than mine, or a car that's better than mine, or clothing better than mine. I don't care. I'm a congratulator. I always been a congratulator and not a hater. But some people, they have hate. When they look at somebody who have better than them, instead of being a congratulator, they are a hater. They are a hater. And you guys have to notice, it can be some people in the family, in the family, blood related. Some people can even be mad because a family is married and they're single. Some people can be jealous because people got children and their children went to college. You guys got to really know that this stuff do exist. You cannot be naive. You cannot be naive to what's really happening in the world. You can't be naive. People can dislike you just because you got a friendly, loving, kind spirit. Oh, she thinks y'all this because she people gravitate to her. You guys got to be on point. You guys got to know that even though you probably don't want to believe certain things is true, you don't want to believe that you got a family member who could possibly dislike you, be jealous of you, envy you. These people do exist. Being a family member do not exempt them from being jealous of you. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. And a lot of people say blight sheep. Blight sheep. I'm the blight sheep. Are you really like your family members really own you because they don't like you? Or is it that you stand off about some people? Could it be the person who's saying that they're blight sheep? Are you really looking at that? Because there's some people who's really mean to their children. Really mean to their children. There's some people who's like that. But sometimes it's not that person. It's the person who's saying that they're blight sheep who made themselves standoffish. So you got to be real careful with a lot of things too, you guys. Like I say, when you at work and you always hearing certain people speak bad of your name, be careful of that person. Because that person, the one who always bringing the bone, if they talking about you, they're talking about somebody else. Some people just wake up being miserable. Some people wake up knowing that they gonna not make somebody day. In school, we had bullies in my high school. Bullies. Always picking on big people. Always pick on people who don't look who they think don't look normal. Always picking on people who didn't dress a certain way. They woke up going to school. Imagine that. As a young teenager, that person leave their house knowing that they're going to be mean to kids at school. And if that person is like that in middle school, high school, that person is going to grow up to be like that in life. It ain't going to change. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who grew up around bullies in school, knowing who the bully was, who always picking and cranking on people. I know I'm not the only one who went to school with people like that. Do you think that cut off when they graduate? That don't come out, go away. They continue that in their workplace, picking on somebody who don't look right, who they think don't look right, picking on heavy set people, picking on people who might got a disability. Those are evil, wicked, and demonic people who do stuff like that, who always have something to say about somebody. Why? These people live amongst us. These people are around your children. These people is around your sister, your brother, your husband. So, like they say, bad association spoils youthful habits. Birds of a feather flock together. So when you surround yourself around negative, evil, demonic, wicked people, it's going to rub off. Just like you're a person who don't smoke cigarette. You always been around that person who smoke. Not always, but sometimes you might puff the cigarette. Or if you don't drink, not always, but sometimes you might start drinking. Vanessa say true. Yes, it is. Because the stuff that I say, God put the stuff in people's head. And the devil put stuff in people's head. It can't be two ways. It can't no be in betweens. It's either godly or devilish. And so you could be home, even reading your Bible, and something will come to your head that's not of God. You're like, wait a minute. That's when we need to just keep praying to the Lord. We got to keep praying to the Lord. We got to keep praying to the Lord because the devil is busy. The devil come to seek, kill, and destroy. Roving around like a roaring lion. You got to be careful, y'all, who you allow in your space. You got to be careful who you allow in your space. Some people live every day with a demonic person. It can be their children. It can be their husband. It can be their wife. When they come home, some people say, I sit in my car before I come home because I don't want to get out my car because I know when I go in the house, I'm going to have to deal with these bad children. I'm going to have to deal with my husband. I'm going to have to deal with my off-the-chain wife. Some people live that every day with a husband who just can't smile, who just don't have no sense of humor, who just mean. Some people have a daddy and a mama who is just mean. Come home from school, have to deal with a mama who just mean. People living with this every day. It's evil, demonic, and wicked people in this world. So that's why I said, you know what? I wanted to just do a video because it's heartbreaking. It's sad, and when you see a person who you know that's wicked, you know that they're wicked. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. This person, you know to be evil, wicked, and do demonic, evil stuff. And when you look at them, no matter how they glam themselves up, how pretty they self up, what the clothes they wear, the hair they wear, the things they have, you bypass that because you know that that person's heart is evil. You don't look, oh, she got on a pretty outfit. Look at her hair. You bypass that. That's why God say he pierced the heart. God pierced the heart. He don't look at our outer appearance. He don't look at that. He looks at the heart. That's what matters. Because he already know that one day we all going to be dust again. We going to, from dust you are to dust you will return. So God ain't looking at that outer appearance. He looking at our hearts. And that's what we need to learn to be able to do. Have discernment. Like I said, it can be with people in your family. It can be your co-workers. It can be a cashier. It can be a husband and a wife, a grandma, uncle. When you just got mean people, just evil, just mean, just don't even smile. Just don't even give you a compliment. Don't even just say you beautiful. When I go to work, I tell some of my residents, and when I go in their room and I talk to them, I'm like, did anybody ever tell you that you was beautiful? Did somebody say you was beautiful? They say no. I said, well, you beautiful. You loved. And they just smile. They just smile. You have to make people day. Some people don't know and don't want to make nobody day. Some people wake up to make people's life miserable. Some people just wake up to make some people life miserable. So that's why I said, with my channel, I just want to bring awareness, love, uplifting, motivation, something positive, something to make you go, like Arsenio Saul say, things to make you go, that's what I want to bring to my channel. It's too much evilness that's going around. Just like the day started last night. Well, it's all really every day that I see stuff that's off the chain on these YouTube streets. And sometimes I be like, you know what? Today, I just don't want to do a reaction. Because that stuff will take your energy when you constantly looking at some things that seem like it's not going to change on these YouTube streets. It's like, thank God that my channel is not based on all that drama. Thank God my channel is not always based on have to do a reaction on drama. Because my channel was based on having to do reaction every day on drama, all that energy, all that negativity, that's going to get into my spirit. I don't want that daily getting into my spirit. No, That's why I say, sometimes you look at the stuff because you want to see what's really going on these YouTube streets. And you look at it for a little minute, because these YouTube streets is just like TV. On TV, back then it was something that was called a TV guide. They don't have that no. It been stopped that in the Sunday's paper. You know what I'm saying? It's like a booklet, and it have drama. Just like when you go to the movies, romance, thriller, horror. It's a different type of stuff that they have. It's just like these YouTube streets. It's demonic, some of the stuff. And you know that the stuff is demonic. That's why when I see stuff, I look at the people views. I look at the comments. And it allow me to know that I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the God that's in me. I'm thankful that I'm working towards being holy. Because I can see somebody and they'll say something so demonic on their channel about wishing somebody was unalive or something like that. And people will agree to that. People who support their channel will agree to another human being saying they wish another human being wasn't alive. If that's not demonic, wicked, and evil, I don't know what it is. And so when I see stuff like that and I see the people following, I be like, you know what? My channel may be growing slow, but I'm good with that. Because at the end of the day, Jesus, out of all the people, and I always say this, and I always say it, I recently started saying it, even though we already knew that out of all these people that was back in Jesus' day, he only had 12 disciples. So many more people could have been his disciples. He had a lot of followers, but he chose to have 12 disciples. So when I see how my channel growing, I understand. I understand the assignment. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing on my channel, and I'm going to allow God to do what he do. Because at the end of the day, after I get out, log off of my channel, I sleep very well at night, knowing that I didn't hurt nobody's feelings. If I ever did a reaction on anything and anybody, I did it out of love. Hopefully, if they see the channel, the same thing that I tell these people as a reaction, I tell my own children, my own family member, my own self. The advice I give to people, I would give that advice to myself. Because we have a purpose. And a lot of people think that their purpose is to get the highest degree, to get the biggest house, to get married. That's the fleshly purpose. That's our flash purpose. But our main purpose is to save souls. That's our main purpose. Living on this earth today for the flesh, oh yeah, you got to work them jobs and you got to get them degrees to be able to pay for that house and for your flesh to survive. But in order for your spirit to survive, you should be wanting to save souls. That's what matters. Because at the end of the day, for dust you are, to dust you will return. The flesh going to be gone. The flesh ain't going to be surviving long. 100 years old is not it's old for the flesh, but just like the Bible say, one day is like 1,000 years to God. One day is like 1,000 years to God. So we need to work on that our spirit, man. We need to work on that spirit. What's your purpose? What's your purpose? What is your purpose? Everybody have a purpose. Some people say, oh my God, I don't know my purpose. I'm 50 years old. I'm 25 years old. I done graduated from school. I done graduated from college. I don't have a purpose. Be nice to people. Be nice to people. Be nice to people. God's commandment was to love one another. Love people. Kimberly McNeil said it ain't nothing but a modern daytime story. That's what it is. Yeah. So some people, when you worried about your purpose, I just said, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? Love people, help people when you can, uplift people, encourage people, motivate people, try to save people's soul, try to bring people to the Lord. Something in that area, something that have to do with the fruit of the Spirit. That be your purpose. Giving. Don't be tight-fisted. Some people tight-fisted, and they can never receive nothing. They only gonna be limited to what they got. Because when they tight-fisted, nothing can get in there. You can't put nothing in there. The Bible says it's better to give than to receive. When your hand is open, God can pour a blessing. He can pour a blessing into it. But when you tight-fisted, when you're trying to give you something, it's going to drain over. It's going to drain over. But when you open, God going to give. God going to give. Because I never forget when I first moved into this apartment 3 years ago, I started off paying $1,200 plus. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Then as y'all know, the increase started. They just started increasing the rent. Not $25, that next year when you sign that lease, not 50. They started increasing everybody rent up to $200 plus. So even when I first moved in this place in Florida, it was 1,200. That next year, when they started raising everybody rent, and I guess they taxes for their house or whatever, they raised my rent $250. So then I started paying $1,500. Then that next year, they raised my rent now 17 plus within 3 years. And I be like, wait a minute, I thought when I first moved in here 3 years ago, I thought I had a trouble paying 13. I got the same job. Yes, I might get a raise, but it ain't that much. So I know it had to be God. Because first, I'm thinking that 1,200 plus was a lot. Then a year later, 1,500 for the same apartment. $1,500. Then a year after that, 17 plus for the same apartment. Jersey girl, how you doing, Jersey girl? John 3:16. The word is powerful. Study the word. That's it. It will bring you so much peace, you guys. I know, like I said, I'm reading my Bible. Some days I don't read it, but I allow myself not to feel guilt, because I used to put myself in a guilt trip. And I didn't like that feeling. I say, wait a minute, I ain't doing nothing wrong. I just didn't read the Bible, and I used to make I used to be in a guilt trip. I say, Lord, to know your word, I don't want to be in a guilt trip like that. I don't want to be in a guilt trip. So now I allow myself, if I miss a day or two, God know my heart. God is on my brain almost throughout the whole day. God is on my brain. Hold on. Oh, just a minute. I want to see. I want to read it. John 3:16. John 3:16. It says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believed in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I know that's right. And John 3:19 says, and this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds was evil. Yeah, I just had to read that. Amen. I can't do nothing without him. You better believe it, Jersey girl. That's how I am. You know, like I said, we all fall short of the glory of God. But at the end of the day, when you know that God is with you, it just makes you feel so good, you know, because like I say, I don't hang with a lot of people. I don't. My sisters and my cousins and my mama, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And I am so content being 52 years old next month. I'm good. I go to work. I got my night job. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. On the weekends, I'm off, except for I got to work one weekend. Being a manager at my day job is one day out the weekend that I got to work like once every 2 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I am. I love it. I love that God, Jehovah God, that he is my heavenly Father. And it's like the creator of this earth, that is my heavenly Father. When all else fails me, I know that my God won't. And it's just like, I'm just so thankful that I love God the way that I love Him, and He loved me before I even knew Him. Before I was in my mom's womb, He knew me. He loved me. Jesus Christ died for me. That's how I look at it. Like, Jesus died for little old me. So I I love my life. I'm not rich. I'm rich in spirit. I'm rich with the Lord. But by financially rich, I'm not financially rich. I don't get my hair did to the salons. I do my own hair. It's a little messy day because I just washed it and I ain't feel like doing nothing to it. I was going to put a whole bunch of these two twists in it, but I ain't feel like it. So I just came as is. Kimberly Manil say, but we got it. Everyone just wants to create something people will gravitate to, but at what cost? That's why I say I'm not selling my soul to the devil for no YouTube. I trust me, when it comes to certain sectors, when it comes to certain things, people will sell their soul for views, for subscribers. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good over here. I'm good over here. Jersey Girl said Psalms 91 is my to go. And even though I read my Bible 2.5 times, I was it three? Probably 3 times. The first time I say I read my Bible, it was just because. It was just because they say read. It's good to read your Bible, so I just read it. It took me a minute to read it from Genesis to Revelations. Then I did it again. The second time I did it, I started taking notes. I started underlining, taking notes, underlining all the scriptures that I like. Then the third time I started reading my Bible, I started getting a 5-subject notebook, and I was writing in that. And so, but I never completed. I think the third time. I stopped in between. Kimberly Manil say that's crazy. It's something I said for you to say that crazy. I'm sorry if I forgot what it was. Psalms 91 2-4 will bless you. When you said that, I need all the blessings I can get. I need all the blessings that I get. So if it's gonna bless me, guess what? It's gonna bless somebody else. So let's see what it says. Psalms 91 2-4. Let's see what that says. Okay. 2-4. I will say to the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust. Amen. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snares of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. All right, okay. And 4, He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shall thy trust. His truth shall be thy shield and blanket. Buckler, whatever. Hope I said it right. Yeah, I gotta find my other Bible because I like my Bible right here, but that other Bible, it's don't have thee and thy in there, and I like that Bible. Now I gotta find where I put that Bible because I gotta bring that to church with me tomorrow. I gotta find that Bible. Yeah, I gotta find that Bible. But yes, guys, I'm glad you guys tuned in today. It's just that my mind was thinking about some things, and when it came to the wicked and even demonic person, it just came to my mind. It just like it need to be brought out more. People need to talk about it more. Because people is living that life every day. Like I say, right now it's a woman have to go home every day. It's a man who have to go home every day. Its children have to go home every day and deal with a wicked, evil, and demonic husband, wife, a parent. It is heartbreaking. It is sad. It's sad that a woman who got caught up, a man who got caught up, children who's unfortunately got caught up and have to deal with parents who don't know how to love. And that kind of stuff break my heart, because it's not their fault. When it comes to the children, it's definitely not the child's fault that they have to deal with the parents that they have. They didn't choose the parent. Georgia Girl say, I read King James Version. I guess you read the International Version. It's still the Word of God. It is. It's just sometimes when I be trying to say die and all that kind of stuff, it just like throw me off sometimes. So I just get that, like you said, it's the International Version. That's the one that I prefer. Even though I got I try to get the King James too, because I always heard it's always good to have the King James in your house right here. I don't know if you can see it right here, the King James Version. So I like that one, and it's the reference edition, Yeah, so I like my Bibles. I got a lot of Bibles. Since a girl came to my house, I gave her a Bible. She really wanted a Bible, and I gave her one of my best Bibles. I don't know if I got that from the garage sale. I don't know if it was given to me. It was the ones that got the ABC and then the alphabets that you just have to open and turn to the scriptures. I gave her that one, but I said, you know what, Kathy, just give it to her. She asked for it, and I gave it to her. It is what it is. Kimberly said, you do a good job with your hair. Thank you. You think so? Yeah, because like I say, I'm so simple, you guys. Georgia Girl say speak. Georgia Girl say yes. Kimberly said, I was talking about how your rent went. Okay, I was talking about how your rent went up. Yeah. Oh yeah, when you had said that, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. That's how it is in Florida. Like I say, yes, we might get a little raise, but to pay that every month, and it's like, you know what? I don't know what my rent's supposed to be. Oh, Georgia Girl said, you are beautiful, sis. Thank you, Georgia Girl. Thank you. But yeah, I went to work out today. Me and my son went to the gym in the complex. And I was sweating my butt off. And so I came home, washed my hair, and I was going to do my whole head like this. And it was already getting late because it's 15 minutes till 12. And I was like, man, I don't feel like doing it. So I just parted, twist, and put these right here in there. And I said, you know what? Probably tomorrow I might do it. I don't know. But I said, you know what? I wanted to come live. I really did want to come live. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because this is something that we need to talk about. Like I said, with my channel, it's so much to talk about in this world, and if God bless me with a channel, I want to talk to people who going to gravitate to my channel. Like I say, I look at a lot of people's channel, guys. I really do. If I was to name the people, y'all probably be surprised at some of the channels too I look at. Some people you probably don't know because it's not always in the sector that you guys think that I look at. It's in different sectors, and sometimes, I like looking at hair videos. I like looking at so many different types of video, a whole bunch of positive videos. I love looking at just different stuff. But when it comes to my channel, I want to have a channel that's that works for me, So I just hope that y'all continue to check me out. Definitely continue to hit the like button. Thank everybody who continue to support my channel by engaging with me by your words you putting in here. By Amen. You're right. Yeah, so just continue to gravitate. And so, when I be talking, include a comment. I appreciate that. And anybody who have a channel, trust me, they appreciate it too. Because, when you have a channel, you don't want to seem like you just talking with yourself and nobody not saying anything. So at least on my channel, I can say I definitely want to keep remembering the names, because everybody's name when it comes to Kimberly, Jersey Girl, just anybody on here, Vanessa, Tasha, Akima, Vanessa Jones. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys. I truly do. I truly do. So I'm gonna get ready to, because I think I'm gonna do a little, go to work for a couple of hours tomorrow, get off super early, go to church. I had cooked tonight. I had cooked, so I won't have to cook tomorrow. I had cooked some chicken in the oven with some Alfredo sauce with broccoli. Then I cooked some rice, yellow rice, and tomorrow I'm gonna put, I don't know if that's gonna be it, but I might do a vegetable tomorrow. Even though I got vegetables in the Alfredo, I might do something else. I don't, corn on the cob, I don't know. But y'all, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. So much. I'm gonna come back on tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna discuss. Trust me. I'm gonna come back on with something. And I hope to see y'all tomorrow. So with that being said, everybody know that I love you guys. Be aware of your surroundings. Pray for discernment. Recognize the sheep from the goats. And separate yourself from that kind of stuff. And keep praying for people. Even though the people is demonic, wicked, and evil, still pray that God show them the light. Don't leave them out. Still pray that God show these people the light. If somebody is dealing with this in their family, when it comes to your husband, your children, your wife, your brothers, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your nephew, your niece, a friend, co-workers, anybody that got that spirit on them, pray that God show them the light. Just pray. Just as simple as that. Lord, show them the light. Just show them the light. And something might hit them, something might come to them, and they might change. But till then, keep your distance, but still pray for them. So with that being said, everybody, again, I love you and peace out. Mwah.